Old school shoot-'em-ups aren't exactly known for having compelling storylines. Most start with the typical wall of text, send you into a bunch of storyless stages, and then end with little more than a picture and congratulations. But Gaiares isn't like most old school shooters. When other games give you the bare minimum, this Telenet classic goes the extra step and offers one of the best shoot-'em-up endings of the 16-bit era. Now is the time to look away if you don't want to know what happens next, because today we're saving Earth in Gaiares. This is 23 Endings, the early years. The year is 3008, and things are not looking good for Earth. We're told that it's a toxic dump of a planet that is completely uninhabitable. To make matters worse, the evil Queen Zz Badnusty and her band of space pirate terrorists plan on harvesting the pollution in order to create weapons of mass destruction. This does not sit well with the United Star Cluster of Elizaluth, who fears the only way to stop this from happening is to supernova the sun and destroy everything. But wait, there may be another way. A Elizaluthian woman named Alexis decides to give one champion a chance to fly to Earth and use their alien technology to resurrect the toxic planet. Who is this hero? It's Dan, the last remaining human. Yeah, that's a lot riding on his shoulders. Ready or not, Dan blasts off with an experimental weapon the Elizaluth people call the TOZ system, which allows the ship to literally steal powers from the space pirates' own ships. This sends us through an asteroid belt, into a cave, past the Aurora Borealis, into another cave, through a castle controlled by death, to an upside-down city, and then straight to the terrorist's secret lair. If you manage to get through all that, you'll be treated to this ending. As a kid, I always saw this as a happy ending. I mean, it's the story about the last human resurrecting his planet and getting the girl. It's basically a fairy tale ending. But now that I look back on it, this Gaiares conclusion leaves me with a lot of questions. Let's start with the obvious one. Are we sure the humans can procreate with the Elizaluths? That's not a trivial concern if the plan is to literally repopulate the Earth. Also, practically speaking, this plan is doomed to fail. Even if these two species can, in fact, have children, that's still going to be a problem when it comes to the next generation. And it's not just the inbreeding issue that they'll ultimately face, but also the fact that this young couple is planning on living their lives on a completely empty planet. No other people, no hospitals, no power plants, no work, no entertainment, no animals, nothing. It's just a big, empty planet. Sure, the Lizalus say they'll be keeping a close eye on Dan and Alexis, but wouldn't it just make more sense to stay at home and take advantage of the alien technology? Or at least repopulate the Earth as a colony. That way there are a bunch of people with different skills. Look, I get it, I know that young love is stupid, but flying off to live the rest of your life on an empty planet is next level dumb. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of 23 Endings, the early years. So here's the question of the day. What's your favorite old school shoot 'em up? I think I've mentioned this before, but Thunder Force 3 is something special. I also really loved Gaiares, even knowing that the bad guy's name is Zz Badnusty. I'm curious to hear your pick, so leave me a comment below. We're down to the final 6 episodes of 23 Endings, which means that there's only one full week before Christmas. What will next week bring? Find out when you click that subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then.